Can you get a mortgage in the UK if you've migrated over here? The simple answer to that is yes. Yes, you can. You can, of course, buy your first home in the UK and by using a mortgage. Now, this is something that we help people to do all the time. So, all of our clients, people that have migrated over to the UK and generally have lived here somewhere between 2 years and 5 years. It's possible with even less time than that in the UK as well. So, it's quite a common misconception, actually, that you have to have lived in the UK for 3 years or have indefinite leave to remain or have a large deposit to buy. So that is just not true. So, as an example, and what it really comes down to are four key requirements that I've spoken to or spoken about on other videos. Now, the first of those is your residency status. So, we're looking at how long you've lived in the UK, your type of visa, and how long is remaining on the visa. Generally speaking, if you've lived in the UK for at least 12 months, you are on a skilled worker visa, maybe you've got a partner that is on a dependent visa, and you've got at least 6 months remaining on that visa, then should be lots of options available. Second point really is if you've got a 10% deposit, that is the ideal target. Again, it can actually be possible with less. So with a 5% deposit, there are options in the market, but a 10% deposit will give you access to much cheaper interest rates. If you put in a higher deposit than that, that will just help you to get lower interest rates again. The third point then becomes your income. So how much income have you got and where is it coming from? So if you've got an employed income in the UK, normally we need a track record of somewhere between 3 and 6 months plus. So if you've lived here for 12 months, you've been sponsored by the same employer, that will be completely fine, of course. The final point is your credit. And it's a common misconception, really, that you need some amazing credit score to get a mortgage in the UK. Some of the cheaper lenders will have harder credit checks to pass. If they wouldn't pass, then there are normally other lenders that we can go to who, of course, will be slightly more expensive, but it's not a huge amount in the grand scheme of things. So when we look at the monthly payments, it's not normally a huge change, particularly with a 10% deposit. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an overview of the possibilities here, because it's quite common to read online or hear from somewhere that it's not possible to buy as a migrant. It really, really is. And doing this is something that can really help you with your future plans as well. So this could help you to, of course, stop paying rent straight away. It could help you build up equity in a property. So as property prices might increase, and they tend to if you look at past performance, you would, of course, build up equity. As you're paying the loan down, you therefore build up equity again. And equity, of course, being the amount that you own in the property, and that's not a loan. So, of course, if you sold the property, whatever you pay off in the loan, the remaining amount is your equity. It's yours to keep. So that can help long term in terms of retirement and so on. So I think whether or not you want to retire in the UK, if you're here for 5 or 10 years plus, buying a property can be a great thing to do.